Destiny 2 players are absolutely furious with the new Lightfall DLC. Several big content creators have spoken out about the current state of the DLC. Some feel that it was too rushed, some enjoy it, and we're gonna get right into that in today's video. Do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe. With that being said, we're gonna get right in today's video. The Destiny community is again furious. One day after Lightfall. What a surprise. Now, I just want to say that I love this DLC. Yes, there was 100% flaws, things that could have been better, and by far one of the biggest flaws any DLC has ever had. And the community has the right to be a little bit angry considering the DLC wasn't cheap, but Bungie is just a company. They have to make money. Unfortunately, sometimes people aren't going to be satisfied. But with that being said, we're going to cover the reasons why people are mainly furious. With that being said, please let me know your guys' opinions in the comment section. Before, I would like to say, don't harass or, offend anybody in the comment section over their opinions in the game. It's just a game at the end of the day. Now, we're going to get into the discussion of what went wrong. Well, I feel the campaign was a little bit too short for my liking. Some people didn't mind it, some people wish it was a little longer. Me personally, it was just too short. A 21-step campaign, the missions were a little annoying, and in my opinion, dying was just way too punishing. The checkpoints went way too far back, and the campaign was a little bit all over the place. At some points, I generally had no clue what was happening. The lore went a little too quick, and, the Nimbus character was a little bit questionable, We would just finish a mission, and he'd come in flying with his hoverboard. It was a little bit strange. What do you guys think? Nimbus is definitely a cool character. I like how, he looks. I think it's a cool character design. But I feel like they definitely didn't, put him out in the right areas, and I feel he didn't play too much of a role in the storyline. I feel like they definitely reused some assets, but with that being said, we'll talk about Neptune next. I loved Neptune. I think the look and the design of Neptune and the colors were beautiful. It gave me some Europa Beyond Light vibes. Now, don't get me wrong, reprise content is not fun, but with that being said, it's still cool, and the Neptune planet overall is really unique. I feel like we definitely need to have some more strikes added and some Neptune Crucible maps. Now, with that being said, Destiny is a PvE-based game, so they're not going to make PvP content like they do with PvE, but some PvP content would be pretty cool. Now, we'll have to see how the day one raid plays out. I think it will definitely make up for the little bit of a slack campaign. The campaign was good, but I feel like they didn't release enough new weapons. I feel like we only having 5 new seasonal weapons and then about another 5 seasonal weapons was a little bit boring. They didn't add enough, weapons to the game. I feel when Forsaken was released, we had a whole new set of blue armor. All the blues were revamped, and I know blues are useless, but it kind of gives the game a little bit of a fresh look. It's like, oh, I've never seen this blue before, but at the end of the day, blues don't really mean much. Same with legendary armor. I feel like maybe this would have been the perfect time to give us entire new armor sets and wiping the old, world drops. However, this felt more of a preview to the final shape, the next DLC next year. Unfortunately, I feel Bungie definitely could have done a little bit better, but I still enjoyed the DLC, and the new enemies were very sick. You could tell that they were very well done. I like the Raw Hulk themed and, Caretaker themed way of, stunning them to kill them. It's a pretty unique champion. I definitely would like to see some more champions, since they're clearly not going to scrap, the champion concept. The new strike we got was pretty fantastic, but there was a lot of flaws, and, there was some really big server issues, people getting error coded a lot, but at the end of the day, it was expected. But I feel, one day downtime for this kind of small of a DLC is a little bit disappointing, especially considering the update was 90 gigabytes. You would think, it would have been massive, and some data miners were a little bit wrong with the DLC. Some of those leaks from, last week were for the season after Lightfall, according to data miners. However, I feel like Osiris didn't really play too much of a role in the DLC either, and Nimbus really didn't either. I feel the Callus asset was reused a little bit too much. I find, it's just kind of strange how Callus turns into a disciple, and we end up fighting him off in his final form, which we did 3 years ago, supposedly, until we figured out he was still alive and turned into a disciple, which was still kind of cool, but the mission to eliminating Callus was very cool. I love how, we had to go into the vault with the veil and, open up the veil and try and get it. For a change, it was cool losing a campaign because I did enjoy the Red War. If the Red War had a legend version of the campaign, I would definitely play it. Alright, I forgot to mention, today we have a special sponsor.
Guardians, I would like to recommend you a great service. Diving.net, you can find teams to complete different activities like raids, dungeons, trials of Osiris, exotic farms, and many more. All the services can be done without account sharing. You don't need to give your login or password. To order a service that you like, you need to choose the self-play option. When you select something that you like, choose your platform. In this case, if you play on PC, select PC. From here, to choose the self-play option, go all the way down and then click self-play. After you're satisfied with what you're going to purchase, add to cart and then click purchase. After finding out what you want to purchase, you're going to want to go to your coupons and type code HECTIC for a 15% discount on all products. From here, type your email so that they can contact you. Then choose a payment method and check out. I'd highly advise this service. The best part is you can contact an operator at all times.
With that being said, though, what do you guys think? What was your favorite mission of the DLC? Me personally, mine was definitely the last mission. Opening the vault was just super cool, and seeing the veil. The veil was super pretty. I love the color of it and the look. I personally think, look-wise, I would rank this DLC an 8. I would say campaign about a 6. I still think I prefer the Beyond Light campaign a little bit more than the Witch Queen and the Lightfall campaign, just because the Beyond Light campaign had meaning every mission. I feel like with Lightfall there was too much long missions. I personally was never really a fan of the whole Legend Master missions and stuff like that, and I feel the missions were just way too long, but there wasn't enough either. I wish they would have separated the missions a little bit more, and they were debatably a little more challenging, 100% I think, but it was still fairly simple to do. I liked the design of the missions. They were overall pretty nice. Have you guys completed the DLC? Let me know in the comment sections. I do like how they obviously give you the exotic at the end and stuff like that. It's pretty creative. But overall, I feel like they definitely could have done better. So I'm going to be ranking this DLC overall 7 out of 10. Yes, that is a fairly high ranking. I am fairly disappointed though with PvP. We really didn't get too much changes to that. We didn't get new maps or anything like that. That is kind of disappointing. I was hoping we could get a lot new things with it. But overall, it was pretty cool. What do you guys think? But this is quote unquote why the Destiny community is a little bit furious and getting a lot of backlash over Bungie's new DLC. I think it's good, but there's definitely a lot of design flaws and, reused assets. But yeah, have a great rest of your day, guys, and stay safe. Peace.